Hello, I am Mason, and this is my project Crystalarium. For those of you who don't know, it's a sort of game where you can build logic stuff by shooting things with lasers. So this is a project I decided to do in it. I have this old 3-bit computer design, and it's built the ROM and RAM for it, and I'm going to show that off. Um, just for those of you who have not seen this before, I'll show a little demo of how everything works in Crystalarium. So we have a few different types of, they're called agents currently, blocks. So the emitter, it shoots a laser. The prism splits it. The mirror reflects it, and both sides of the mirror do work. Um, we also have the channel, which lets things pass one way, and you can add a lot of them to have a delay. You can also rotate it. But it doesn't work the other way. So you see it's rotated here, nothing passes through. This will pass through. If I rotate it, this will pass through. And then finally, and most importantly, we have the luminal gate here. So it has the center channel. Normally, nothing's allowed to pass through it. But if there's exactly one input on the side, stuff will pass through it. So both of them turns off. One of them it's on. None of them it's off. And with that, you can do a lot of stuff, like this ROM and RAM here, which I'll show off. So on the left, we have the ROM. These little chunks here with the channels and the emitters are the actual ROM bits, and then everything else is selecting what address. So this is a 3-bit computer design, so you can see 1, 2, 3 in each word. And then it's 64 words, so each of these little banks has 8 words of storage, and then there's 8 of them. Ta-da! And so that's 6 bits of address. So this is the low word and this is the high word. So for example, if I want to get at this guy here, this would be address 012, so 2, and it'll spit out what is here, which is 3. And then the ROM connects to the computer's bus, which is not, it just connects to RAM right now, but maybe we'll have registers in an ALU or something in the future. And I have this, I can enable it if I want to spit that out on the bus. So, 2 has 3 in it. If I look at address 1, we should see 5. Yep, so that works, and we can change the emitters and the channels out to change what data is in here. So I could say 1 is 7 now, and ta-da! Wonderful. And we're going to turn off ROM to look at RAM. So the RAM is 8 words, so it's a lot bigger than the ROM per word, but it is rewritable. So this first register here is the address select. So if I can write on the bus. I can put 5 on the bus, for example. Hit this, and now the 5th register is selected, so all the way down here. And then I can put some data in there. So let's say I want to put 6 in register 5, or address 5, whatever. I can do that, and I can hit write, and then we wait for the clock pulse, and we should see, okay, these 2 guys are on, and if we want to read it, we can. Turn the input off, read it, and ta-da, we have 6. So everything seems to work as expected. We can put something in register 0, for example, again. Let's put 3. We can write it, and now it's in there. And then we can go back to register 5 even. Ta-da. And we can read that, and we should see 6. And the last 2 registers down here also output to these like indicators. So if we want to, we can, let's not read at the same time. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so now we're selecting address 7, and if we want to write like 5 to it, for example, we can. Okay. And if we go all the way down here, we can see 5 is in the lower word, I guess, of this output, 6-bit output. So yeah, there it works. If you want to try out Crystalarium, it's in a very rough state right now, but if you want to try it out, I'll put a link in the description. Small look at what it can do. So this is Crystalarium rule set, but the game actually supports a lot of different rule sets. So we can look at minimal, has like NOT gates in it. NOT gates and 3 way splitters, and stoppers, and that is it. Um, so playing around with that was interesting, and I think even more interesting, is the ternary rule set, which has 3 different values. So you can have +1, 0 is nothing, -1, so this is incrementing. So 0 plus 1 is 1, wraps around to -1 plus 1 is 0. And it even has ternary logic gates and such. Um, so I think it's neat to play with, and I'm working on developing it a little bit more. I'm focused mostly on performance. So if I go back to my main save, you might notice it's running at like not 60 FPS. I can show this. A lot of that's due to the simulation, but even though I pause it, it's barely able to render all of this. So I need to do some work there, and that's probably what I'm going to work on next. But yeah, so thank you for taking a look. I'm having fun with it. So yeah.